The Reverend Jesse Jackson, the famed civil rights leader who marched alongside Martin Luther King Jr. and later ran for president, has died. His family has confirmed he was 84. He died peacefully on Tuesday morning, surrounded by his family, they said in a statement. Aleem Maqbool looks back at his life.
November 2008, Barack Obama and a moment of history. In the crowd, the tear-stained face of a man who'd done much to pave the way. The Reverend Jesse Jackson.
It's been a long time coming, but tonight, because of what we did on this day, change has come to America.
Born to a teenage single mother in Greenville, South Carolina, Jesse Jackson grew up in a world where black and white were legally segregated. In 1959, he won a football scholarship to university, but threw himself into the civil rights struggle that was engulfing America.
And there's a great swell of cheers to welcome Martin Luther King.
Under the leadership of Martin Luther King. Reverend King sent the young Baptist minister to Chicago to organize protests. On marches, the two men faced violent crowds opposed to the movement. Then, in Memphis, Martin Luther King was murdered in front of Jackson. The assassin was later arrested, having fled the country, but Jackson was never convinced he'd been working alone.
This man could not have stalked Dr. King, had the logistical operation, had operative alternative passports, and got out of the country with money alone.
A powerful public speaker, Jackson continued the struggle.
But I am somebody. I may be on welfare, but I am somebody.
In the 80s, he twice ran for president, but failed to win the Democratic Party nomination. But for the first time, a black man was a serious contender.
Our time has come. We must leave racial battleground and come to economic common ground and moral higher ground. America, our time has come.
On the international stage, he campaigned for a Palestinian state, creating a long rift with American Jews after some unguarded and offensive remarks. He persuaded Saddam Hussein to release human shields on the eve of the Iraq War. And as South Africa emerged from apartheid, the man who spent years maintaining American pressure against the system was there to watch.
What time is it?
From the 1960s to the election of Barack Obama, even to the Black Lives Matter movement of recent years, Jesse Jackson was a constant figure in American public life, determined to show generations of young black Americans they too could have a voice.
Well, our US partners CBS News are reporting that Jesse Jackson had been hospitalised for observation back in November. Doctors said he had been diagnosed with a degenerative condition. He had revealed in 2017 that he'd been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, which affects the nervous system, which slowly restricts movement and daily activities. But Jesse Jackson called it a physical challenge. He refused to let it prevent him from continuing his civil rights advocacy. His father, Lewis Robinson Sr., who had Parkinson's, also died of the disease. He was 88. That was back in 1997. But Jesse Jackson had been suffering from some health conditions since he was hospitalised back in November, revealing a few years ago now that he is diagnosed with Parkinson's. Let's bring you the family statement that we have. They say it is with profound sadness that we announce the passing of civil rights leader and founder of the Rainbow Push Coalition, the Honourable Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson Sr. He died peacefully on Tuesday morning, surrounded by his family. His unwavering commitment to justice, equality and human rights helped shape a global movement for freedom and dignity. A tireless change agent, he elevated the voices of the voiceless, from his presidential campaigns in the 1980s to mobilising millions to register to vote, leaving an indelible mark on history. Reverend Jackson, the statement goes on to say, is survived by his wife Jacqueline, their children Santita Jesse Jr., Jonathan, Yusuf, Jacqueline, daughter Ashley Jackson and grandchildren. He was preceded in death by his mother, Helen Burns Jackson, father Noah Lewis Robinson and stepfather Charles Henry Jackson. And they go on to say, the family statement continues, "Our father was a servant leader, not only to our family, but to the oppressed, the voiceless and the overlooked around the world. We shared him with the world, and in return the world became part of our extended family. His unwavering belief in justice, equality and love uplifted millions, and we ask you to honour his memory by continuing the fight for the values he lived by." So that is a statement from the Jackson family on the news that Jesse Jackson, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, has died at the age of 84.